Hello. Good morning, everyone. This is Misty Odom. You are listening to broadcast number 1 of the Dakini transmissions. It's December 12th, 2020, and today's topic is Tantra, timelines, and free will. I'm also going to touch in on karma and Dharma, fate and destiny. Please take a moment, if you would, to like my page, the Dakini Transmissions, to friend or follow me on Facebook, and to tag someone that you think would appreciate this topic. I also have a YouTube channel and an Instagram with the same name, the Dakini Transmissions. Please subscribe and follow. So, Tantra. Timelines. What the heck are they? What is everyone talking about? Free will, karma and Dharma, fate and destiny. So, starting with the first thing, Tantra. What is Tantra? Contrary to the popular current narrative, Tantra is not all about sex and sexual energy and sexual healing, although that is one aspect of it, as sexual energy is creative energy. I'll do another transmission on that specifically another time, but Tantra encompasses much, much more than that. Tantra actually means to weave or loom. To weave or loom. So what are we weaving? What is this loom? What is Tantra talking about, if the definition means to weave or loom? And how does this fit into the idea of timelines and free will? So imagine the entire fabric of creation, all that is, all that was, and all that ever shall be, it is said, has already been created. So I think of this fabric, this is the fabric of existence. These are the threads, the material that we have been given to work with by the Creator. This is actually the divine assignment of the Tantric, to work with these threads upon this loom. Creator has given us this loom with all of these various threads upon it. Again, all that is, all that was, and all that ever shall be is here. The threads, some of them have already been woven, and some have not yet been woven on this great loom. And this is why everything that we do is, in fact, in alignment with the will of the Creator. You can't ever be out of alignment with the will of the Creator, because any choice that you make, for better or worse, was offered to you on your unique, quote-unquote, timeline. The various timelines that are offered to you are the groups of threads that you have access to, and they are specific to your own soul's journey. They already existed long before your incarnation. So the ideas that you have, your dreams, your thoughts, your hopes and wishes, your desires, your purpose, all of these things are threads upon the tapestry of creation. They've been offered very uniquely to each individual human who is a part of the collective self. And our free will comes into play when we make choices about which threads we weave into this tapestry. The threads that we weave become a pattern, and this pattern is our story. Now, again, you can't go wrong. You're always in alignment with God's will, but the question arises, are you in alignment with your fate, or are you weaving the threads of your destiny? A lot of people think that fate and destiny are the same thing, but if you begin to examine the etymology and the associations of these words, you'll see that the word destiny actually means to direct towards a given destination, destine. And to direct towards a given destination implies that one is consciously aware of the threads that they are choosing to weave into their portion of the great tapestry. this is what one might refer to as being on a quote unquote higher timeline. And fate, on the other hand, means unfavorable destiny or doom, and it's related to the word fatal. So you can feel the implication of that. Fate, or succumbing to one's fate, is kind of like when you're going through life and your approach is, well, whatever comes across my path, is what I'm supposed to do because God put it there, and I'm just going to go along, and I'm not going to make conscious choices, and I'm going to go along with whatever is put in front of me. Now, whether or not you have a positive or a negative outcome to whatever you just allow to unconsciously happen or unconsciously involve yourself with is less important than the point that we have opportunity to direct ourselves towards a given destination. Does God give us the threads? Yes. God gives us the threads to walk out into the street right now and step in front of a bus if we want to. We have many, many choices to make every day. Or like right now, I could just get in my bed and think and just lay there all dreamily and fall asleep again if I want to. I could do so many different things right now. These are a couple of choices that are part of the threads that are available to me in this direct reality that I'm experiencing in this moment. But instead, I'm choosing to direct myself towards a given destination and do this live audio for this transmission in alignment with my passion and my purpose. I'm choosing to move towards my destiny. And this idea of fate versus destiny actually aligns very nicely with the idea of karma versus dharma. And karma basically just means action, while dharma means aligned action. So dharma also means fundamental nature and conformity to one's duty. When you're in dharmic alignment, you're cultivating something on purpose. It's very specific. So remember, fate means unfavorable destiny or doom. And often when we speak of karma or when we think about karma, the implication is you're going to have to do that over again. Like it's a lesson. And what's funny about this is when I think of karma relating to the word fate and how fate is related to the word fatal, it makes me think of a video game. And when you're playing a video game and your character or your avatar dies, and you have to go back to the beginning of the level and keep doing it over and over again until you master it, until you learn the lesson of that level. So again, we have been given free will to engage in this beautiful tantric weave, weaving together the threads that the Creator has offered to us. And this is why it is so important that we understand that our unique desires, our purpose, the things that we are drawn to, our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, our passion, our pleasure, our higher calling, all of these things are incredibly, monumentally important. They are not something to be taken lightly because your heart's desires were placed there by the Creator to give you an opportunity to have discernment about which threads you choose to weave together on this great tapestry. This is the work of the tantric, to know himself and to follow the threads to weave this world together. And we're assigned to leave our unique pattern in the tapestry. Now, some people say, I am the creator of my reality. And I would like to offer a reframe and say, you are the weaver of your reality. The threads were created by God. You did not create them. You're given access to them, and you weave them together. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're not attending the loom. Maybe you're not attending your threads and you're not weaving anything. Maybe instead your threads are becoming tangled. And it's really meaningful that we have this term, karmic entanglement. That really means something. It implies that you're not attending. That's what happens. Like when you leave your sewing or you leave your knitting and the cat gets into it or something else happens to it and everything gets tangled up, you're not paying attention. Or your hair, if you don't brush it, you know? So again, we have to know ourselves in order to choose appropriately. We have to honor our heart's desires. This leads us to our purpose. And again, going back to touch on timelines a little bit, we hear people talking about jumping timelines. And this means that we've made this conscious shift from one set of threads to another set of threads on this loom. The former being a life or a weave or a set of threads that was not as fully in alignment with our highest possible outcome. And the latter timeline, if we jump to this other timeline, we're becoming or being more conscious of our choosing to grasp and weave a different set of opportunities, a different life altogether, denying the pain and victimhood of succumbing to our fate, and instead moving consciously to a place of empowerment and weaving together the threads of our destiny. So I hope that this illuminated something and inspired something. I want everyone to remember that free will is a gift. And may you recognize it, and may you use it wisely, most especially in this very auspicious time. Thank you all so much for listening. I love you. Have a beautiful day.